Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sohile Ali Show, the only podcast hosted by a comedian. You know it, you love it, and we're here, baby. We're coming to you live on air, on tape. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok Live. We're also on TikTok Live right now, something we're experimenting with. So if you're watching on TikTok, what's up, TikTok viewers? Appreciate you, and something I'm going to try and do while we record this. But by the time you all are watching and listening, it is Monday, February 10th, 2025, the year of you know who, and you better believe in somebody because it's all coming to fruition, baby. The more crazy things happen these days, I just feel that you better have some kind of religion because who the hell else can you believe in? Believe in yourself, really. But, guys, we are going to talk about so many exciting things in this episode, including but not limited to the Super Bowl. Did you watch it? Did you hear about it? All the moments. We're still catching up right now. It's 40-14. The Philadelphia Eagles are absolutely waxing the Kansas City Chiefs. It is not a good look. Taylor Swift's been booed. The halftime show was amazing. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Killed it with the halftime show with SZA. Amazing. We're talking about Kanye West. Do you guys follow Kanye West? Maybe you followed him after this past weekend because he went on a rampage on Twitter, proving once again that some of those things are pretty funny. Including his wife at the Grammys. For God's sakes, we're talking about a little bit more than just being conservative here. Canada and the U.S. are getting into beef all of a sudden. It's a whole mess there, following along. As an American, I'm thinking, are we really gonna miss Canada that much? Really, guys? Boo-hoo, we're mad at Canada. What are we gonna do without maple syrup? Get the hell out of here, man. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Elon Musk starting problems, man. It's a whole bad situation there. Blake Lively's situation. We're getting into some Hollywood goss. Some hot goss there. Sylvester Stallone doing some AI company stuff, man. DeepSeek is making the headlines again. Trump's attacking diversity. Luka went to the Lakers. It was a hell of a week, guys. And I'm going to tell you right now, I can't wait to jump into it. With all of you watching, listening right now, if you're watching on YouTube, please like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe for all future episodes. And if you are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, please follow this show, give it a 5-star rating, and share it with a friend because you just got to share things with your friends, man. You got to give them a good share and go, hey, man, you see this maniac on this podcast? I think you'd really like it. He reminds me of you a little bit, He's a freak, and he's just doing it, just looking into this abyss until his eyes bleed. But once again, TikTok viewers, if you're watching on TikTok, I don't know how I can tune in with you all because I want to see what you all see. It looks like we have a little feed going on here. I'm going to mute myself here so I don't get lost. We might have a little bit of a feed going here. We got 4 people in the chat. What's up, TikTok viewers? We're going off, man. We're going off. We're having a good time. That way I can see what's going on here. Let's tap into the audio. Cool. All right. Sounds good. All right. Cool. So we're just gonna bang out these topics, man. It's gonna be a good time. So here we go, man. Here we go. All right. So the Super Bowl happened last night, or by the time you're watching this live, just earlier today. The Super Bowl 59. Let's see, refresh on the score. The Philadelphia Eagles destroyed the Kansas City Chiefs and ended their dreams at a three-peat, which would have been the first three-peat for any Super Bowl team. Winning 3 championships in a row, but unfortunately the Kansas City Chiefs will not be the first team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row, and the chiefdom has come to an end. That's right. So I was watching this game today before I went over to the open mic at Hoppy Wobbles Pub in Bloomington, Indiana. Shout out Hoppy Wobbles. And we had the game on, man, and it was just a mess, man. It was just... It was fly, Eagles fly, baby. Bradley Cooper couldn't be happier. His son, who is yet to be named publicly, I'm sure, couldn't be happier. And John Hamm, Eric Stone Street, Taylor Swift, and the rest of Chiefdom is definitely not having a good time. But did you guys watch this game, man? What a game it was. The Eagles really couldn't be stopped. The Chiefs couldn't stop them. And it's really cool to see because... One, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles get to win a Super Bowl ring, man. That's crazy. As we're speaking right now live, only a minute 59 left in the game. Eagles 40, Chiefs 14. It's over, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly. Go Birds, whatever you want to say. My girlfriend's family's from Erie, Pennsylvania. So you know what? I'll take it. And, you just love to see and the underdogs. You love to see, the top dogs eventually taken down. It's like when the Warriors were the dynasty in NBA. It got boring after a while. It did. But this was a pretty funny moment during the Super Bowl broadcast. Taylor Swift was featured on the Super Bowl broadcast, and she got booed at the stadium. That's right. Everybody, I don't know about everybody. I wasn't there. If you were there, comment below. Was it really everybody? But Taylor Swift was booed at the Superdome, the Caesars Superdome. That's right. A place she likely performed and killed at. And they throw her up on the Jumbotron, and she was just like that kid. You remember little Terrio? Remember little Terrio with his little cup in the thing? He was the person filming it was like, "Hey, say ooh." She was giving Terrio eyes just. And I mean, listen, if there's any Swifties watching right now, please, I don't need this. I barely have a career as it is right now. I don't need to lose the little that I have. But I thought that was pretty funny. I thought she handled it well. I thought Taylor Swift handled it well. You get booed by, how many people fit in the Superdome? How many fit in Superdome Caesars? Okay, 76,000 people attended Super Bowl 59. 76,000 people. That's pretty nuts. 76,000 people, guys. Okay, booing you on national television, and you're like the number one pop star in the world. This is the whole thing when people get upset about like haters and like hate comments. And listen, I'm not impervious to them, I don't let them bother me. Do your best, TikTok Live. But I'm never like, if you're ever wondering, how somebody can deal with the fame, there is no getting bigger than Taylor Swift, is my point here. Taylor Swift has 76,000 people booing her at a stadium. If Taylor Swift can get booed at the Super Bowl and you're worried about some dumbasses commenting on your video, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying here, basically. So, like I said, be like Taylor Swift. Just do the eyes, boom, boom, and go, what the hell is happening? Y'all literally love me. You just hate the Chiefs right now because they're losing, and he's my boyfriend. Not mine. Pause. I would be happy to do it. Resume. But they kept cutting to Travis Kelce looking all sad. I like that a lot, But yeah, there's not gonna be any nice hug and a kiss this year, baby. It is all going down, and it's gonna be bad blood. That's for sure, between the Chiefs and the Super Bowl winning Philadelphia Eagles, baby. Caw-caw. I don't know if they have a bird sound or something. I don't know. But yeah, so Taylor Swift got booed. That was pretty cool. But yeah, speaking of bad blood, Kendrick Lamar killed that halftime show. Did you guys see it? I just want to say, it's performances like this that remind me what it really is to be an artist, to be artistic, to perform with your heart, and to call a Canadian a pedophile on national television. It doesn't get more American than that. Trump and Kendrick Lamar beefing with Canadians. Let's go, dude. This is America, man. He was saluting the whole time. He signed the Gulf of America paperwork, and he went to salute Kendrick at the halftime show. That's right. Kendrick Lamar performed a plethora of songs at the halftime show, including but not limited to the hit of 2024, the Grammy-winning Song of the Year, Not Like Us, which is attacked at Canada's very own, October's very own, and the fall is over and the spring is upon us. Drake, Drizzy, Aubrey, Graham, who he destroyed like a graham cracker in this song, and he did it. He said, "Hey Drake, I hear you like him young." Oh, at the Super Bowl halftime show. That's crazy, man. He's uniting Crips, Bloods, white, black, because he's an American, and he's destroying the Canadians. Unfortunately, but not too, maybe unfortunately, like Trump. But if there's any Canadians watching, man, I love you. Shout out to the Canadians. I love your maple syrup. I love the Toronto Raptors logo. I love, Canadian bacon. It's just sliced ham. It's pretty cool, Who needs all that fat and grease and, that delicious crunch anyway? Canadian ham, bacon. But yeah, Super Bowl halftime show was nuts and pretty cool. Pretty cool to watch. We were doing open mic comedy at a pub. Whoa, hold on. Chiefs got up to 22 now, so it's 40-22 Eagles with 1:48 to go, guys. I don't know. Maybe things could turn around. Who knows? But But yeah, if we're in the chat, are we getting the chat going here? Chat, are we getting the chat going here? Chat, TikTok live, we doing good? TikTok live, tap in, give me a thumbs up. Let me know we're doing good, and follow if you haven't followed already. Trying to balance everything. We got lights, camera, action, microphone, all this stuff. Okay, let's get back to it. So, all right. If you, unlike me, are lucky and don't live online every day, you may have not seen what a one Kanye West tweeted this past Friday on the platform X, which I'm sure he's going to be communicated really quickly because of his beliefs. But also, he tweeted so much anti-Semitic stuff and literally said that he loved Hitler. And based on Elon's recent shenanigans, I feel like he might even get himself a board position at X based on that behavior. So that's right. Kanye West did so many things on Friday, including but not limited to praising Hitler, going on an anti-Semitic rant on Elon Musk's X platform. It was nuts, dude. But I got to tell you, like I alluded to in the beginning, sometimes in the sea of all the chaos, in the sea of the terrible things you should never say and never, give attention to, Kanye West manages to be the funniest person online. He still does. He does, because he will tweet things like, I just turned down 3 photos with Make-A-Wish wheelchair kids this week. If that's not the funniest thing you've ever heard in your life, I don't know what I'm going to say. There's nothing I could say that could make you think it is funny if you don't think that's funny. You know what? She's turning down photos with Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs. Are you kidding me? And now the kids are thinking, well, I dodged a bullet. The kids are thinking, man, I can't leave this earth having people think I supported this Nazi. He called himself a Nazi, by the way. He did. He was like, I'm a Nazi. I love Hitler. Oh, I love him so much. I think he was just trying to get Elon to give him a position at X, honestly, or SpaceX. He's got a lot of X's in his companies. Let's see. What's the internet one? Starlink. No X in that. Only the signal you get. Anyway. Yeah, he's got a Tesla Model X. But yeah, I think Kanye was just trying to get up with Elon. By the way, I think he was. And but what a just a montage of insane take. Let's pull up some of Kanye's tweets, shall we? Kanye's tweets from Friday. Grown ass men in dumbass fur hats and shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? My word, I will never say. That's for the Patreon. But white. When people make all that money with a coin, is that cash or concept? This is just ridiculous, man. He woke up. He called Jewish people, enemies of the state. He said, F all this woke shit. They put an F. Okay, this is pretty easy. They putting fat bitches on the runway. Nobody want to see that shit. It's unhealthy, promotes obesity. And the wild shit is, if the fat bitches lose weight, then they can actually accept for Adele because she actually has another talent than being used. Show more. But yeah, man, I really did not, agree with most of what he said. But no, it was indeed a time on that Twitter account, his X account, and I think he even shouted out Anthony Jeselnik, comedian Anthony Jeselnik got a shout out, which is like, if you're Anthony Jeselnik right now, I don't know how you would feel about that. Based on what we know about him, probably pretty good. And yeah, it was wild, man. It was a wild Friday morning. I made a little TikTok video about it where it's like, on Sunday at the Grammys, his wife shows up naked on the red carpet, basically in a sheer dress, nothing on underneath. Pretty, standard outfit for a Kanye wife at this point. If you're dating Kanye, you're just wearing less and less clothes until you're married, and then it's like, well, you gotta wear nothing now. It's kind of goes with the job. But yeah, my thing was like, Kanye all week was like, oh man, everyone's talking about my wife, but no one's talking about me. Let me tweet some shit, like that was his whole thing. But I don't know, man. What did you guys think about the Kanye barrage? Did any of those tweets make you laugh, or they just make you just more and more disappointed in some of our greatest artists and what they've done? Now, is this a reminder to separate the art from the artist? Absolutely. Was Bill Cosby an incredible comedian? Absolutely. Was he an incredible racist? Absolutely. I mean, at doing the act, he was incredible. We read the documents, I'm not saying it was admirable. I'm saying what he did anyway. And now Kanye West. Can you still like the music? I think so. Can you not go to him for political takes? Absolutely. Two things can be true. Two states can exist. All right, anyway. So yeah, we talked a little bit about his wife Bianca Censori's naked Grammy Awards outfit. Kanye West's wife, Bianca Censori, was certainly not censored at the Grammys. I'll tell you that right now. It was black bars all over the place on that online photo, but you can find it. It's solid. But yeah, I mean, tell me your wife was naked on a Sunday without telling me your wife was naked on a Sunday. Check his Twitter on Friday. You know what I mean? It just you can only show so much of your personal life without having a rampage like that. DEFCON 17 at this point. But yeah, man, we talked a little about Canada, getting their fair share of hits from Drake, from Kendrick, and now Trump with all the stuff they're doing there. But this was kind of interesting. So in the midst of all this stuff between the U.S. and Canada, Trump wanting to call it the 51st state, just erase that line. What a silly take. But, I mean, it would make the greater America country look like less of like a cow and more of like a camel, which, as a Middle Eastern guy, I can appreciate. So fans at a Toronto Raptors game started booing the American national anthem, which honestly, even if you weren't from Canada, like booing the national anthem at this point with everything that's been going on, it's pretty warranted, honestly. I mean, I don't think anyone would be like, why are they booing America? Oh yeah, I mean, check the news. Every single thing is just like, Trump's starting shit with these people. Trump's effing up this thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just all day with that. So, might as well go along. But yeah, Trump's, starting all this beef and stuff. But yeah, my whole thing was like, do you know how hard it is to make Canadians mean? You know what I mean? Like, Canadians, notoriously nice people. They like pet moose and shit. They're worried about tapping trees for sap. They're worried about how red that flag is and, just making a hockey game. Just making it to the hockey game. And listen, I know hockey's a pretty nasty sport, but like, they got to get it out somehow. But do you understand how hard we've pushed Canada's buttons that now they are mean? They're like booing the national anthem. That's how you know we've gone too far. And old 40, what is he, 47? He's about double that in age. Old 47 is causing some trouble. And but we're getting booed at the Raptors game, man. Come on. What Raptors games used to be a fun time where Vince Carter could stick his elbow in the rim and still never win a championship. Did Vince Carter win a championship? What am I talking about? Am I tripping? No, he did not. USA. All right, anyway. An Ontario-based company to cancel a $100 million contract with Elon Musk's Starlink. So now Canada's hitting back, baby. Canada's like, we're not gonna take this on the chin, eh? Canada's like, all right, you're gonna mess with us, we're gonna mess with you too. So they cut ties, $100 million contract with Elon Musk's Starlink, which it's like, yeah, I mean, if I'm in Canada, I don't want my internet connection to be any stronger because I do not want to see how hard I'm getting roasted. Again, Canadians, I love you. You guys are cool. But you're catching some heat, my friends, and I'm telling you, you're not cut out for this, i.e. Drake, Kendrick, beef. At the Super Bowl halftime show, dude? That's crazy. Anyway, we'll talk about a few more things here. This has been, a loose podcast. We're still figuring it out. It's getting its legs. Again, I appreciate you all sticking with me. TikTok Live, I appreciate it. Something I want to start doing more is incorporating the social media of it all, going live on TikTok, incorporating you all. But again, if you have something you want me to talk about this upcoming week, something in the news, hear my take on it, comment below, let me know. We'll talk about it. All right, so let's talk about this. So Justin Baldoni, if you guys have been following this. So this has kind of been like a Hollywood story between an actor / director, Justin Baldoni, and Blake Lively, Taylor Swift's friend, by the way, which may have played a role in why they booed her. But Justin Baldoni, basically, in short, made a movie with Blake Lively, and somewhere throughout the production, he was being a creep and stuff. You guys can read all about it. You know, he was talking about his wife giving birth, showing Blake Lively weird videos, just barging in on her, breastfeeding, director things. And after a certain while, Blake Lively was like, hey, man, if you want me to come back and work with you on this movie, you're going to have to not be such a creep. All right? Like, that's kind of what they came to the conclusion of. But they didn't want that to get out, so they had this whole PR campaign. Baldoni lawyered up. He said, I'm going to lawyer up, asshole. Shout out to Andrew Garfield. He never has problems like this because he's not American. And Baldoni basically tried to get ahead of it PR-wise, and then Blake Lively tackled back. Anyway, it goes on and on and on. And now we have 2 lawsuits going at each other. Blake Lively at Baldoni and his production company. Baldoni at New York Times. Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, for orchestrating this smear campaign to destroy this poor man's career. Now, I, in the midst of all this, just have this to say. I'm not watching that movie. All right? Listen, this does seem like the longest stunt to get somebody to watch a movie that they would never watch to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, if you had a movie and you were like, this thing is so bad. It's based off a book that I guess people loved, but the movie is so bad that we have to create a controversy around it. This is what you would do. You would say, hey, let's just say that I was like being a creep on set, and then you'll come back at me, and then we'll bring Ryan Reynolds into it and Taylor Swift into it, and they're like your dragons and they protect you, all this crazy stuff. You can read about it, read all about it, but do not watch the movie because then they win. And I'll tell you, I think that's the real PR stunt happening here. All right. I'm not one for conspiracy theories, I don't know why spinach is green or why the sky is yellow, but I believe that this whole thing is an orchestrated thing just to distract us from the fact that they made a shitty movie, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with making a shitty movie. Embrace it, have fun with it. But to make us sit through all your drama and court cases, come on, guys, come on. So there's my conspiracy theory of the week, and you can and tune in next week to see the next one because now we're going to be doing those. Cool. Well, podcast listeners, watchers, I appreciate you. This has been a rant for about 23 minutes now, and I just want to say, if anyone's still listening or watching, I appreciate you. I hope you have a good start to this week. This is February 10th, and let's check in on that Super Bowl score again. Holy hell, there it is, 40-22, and the Eagles have won Super Bowl 59. Hell yeah. Great day for Shane Gillis fans. Bad day for everybody else. But yeah, okay, what were we saying? I wanted to give you guys a little weekly recap. This is something I do at the end of these podcast episodes. I keep you guys informed with what I've been doing in my life as a stand-up comedian, trying to do shows wherever I can, wherever they'll put me up. So this past Saturday, I went to Fountain Square Brewing Company in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I did a little showcase there, a little 10-minute set. Had fun, had some good pictures taken, really appreciate it. I had a picture of me taken that made it look like I was AI generated, which I think says more about me than the photographer. I think I, in general, have kind of an AI vibe, and that is to say that I just appear that intellectually superior to anybody I'm talking to, I'm often like waiting as if I'm processing the information someone's telling me to then retort in a appropriate way. This whole podcast is AI generated, actually. We now have enough audio of my previous 64 episodes of this podcast now that we can now fully generate a nonsensical episode, which is this episode 65. So if you've listened this far, please know that this is not AI. I'm just kidding. Haha, got you. But I mean, at this point, it could be, you know what I mean? Like, let's work harder, work smarter, not harder. This is what AI should be used for, making podcasts. But yeah, the show was fun, man. Did with some good friends, Taylor Smith, Kyle Bates put it on, Fountain Square Brewing, fun room in there. They have an open mic where you can go and bomb so hard you hear the floor creak beneath you, and it's a fun time in there. I always have a good time at Fountain Square. So thank you for having me, guys. This is the part of the show where I usually go through some new jokes, but I'll be honest with you guys. This past Sunday, earlier tonight, I just kind of riffed at the open mic. I just kind of had people shout out topics and just kind of riffed on them. The writing has not been going as well as it should, being a little lazy, frankly, being a little bit of a piece of you-know-what. But I will tell you a couple things I've been writing. So the other day I was getting a pedicure because I didn't know straight men could get those. And I was on my phone during it, and I nearly dropped my phone in the little foot bath thing, which I think would have been a disaster because I was not about to ask these employees for a bowl of rice. You know what I mean? You got to think about some of these sometimes. I give you jokes you think about, not necessarily ones you laugh at. Yeah, if I drop my phone in that foot spot, I'm getting a new phone. I'm getting a new phone. I'm not asking them for some chopsticks, bowl of rice because I think they have it. No, because it's to fix your phone. Anyway, what else are we work? RA in college? I was in RA in college. That's right, I was an RA in college. Remember the guy in college who knocked on your door, make sure you're not playing Van Halen too loud and drinking and smoking and basically having a good time. You know what college is for. I was the guy who tried to put a stop to that, and I did a pretty good job. I'll be honest. Seeing as though that was the only thing everyone wanted to do, I did a pretty good job. But that's right, I was a snitch in college, a professional snitch, the RA. And I had a good time doing it, hall monitor type job. But I would just tell my residents, hey, man, if I don't see it, if I don't hear it, we're not going to have a problem. But oftentimes I would hear it, see it, and smell it. So we had a hell of a problem there. But there's something in this here. This is how we generate material, and by we I mean open micers. Oftentimes I would see it, hear it, and smell it. I'll tell you, that's what it's about, guys. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. But if this hasn't been an ad enough for you guys, while I plug upcoming shows that I'll be doing, where I'll be doing actually written material that I've prepared. And can't wait to tell you guys, I'll be doing a show at Field Brewing in Carmel, Indiana on February 22nd, 8 o'clock p.m. Field Brewing, February 22nd, 8 o'clock p.m. Looking forward to that one. The Sunday show at Black Circle, also Indianapolis, Sunday, February 23rd at 8 o'clock p.m. And I'll be hosting here in Bloomington, Indiana at the Comedy Attic for Lucas Zelnick on Thursday, February 27th. 2025 at 7 o'clock p.m. It's a Thursday night. Come on through, baby. Appreciate you guys, man. This has been, this has been a long day, and I appreciate you guys listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing, because, of course, you're doing all those things. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. And if you're still watching on TikTok Live, I appreciate you. TikTok Live, my people, I love you. Hopefully we got some people out of this, and we'll keep doing it. We'll keep doing it. So if you want to catch this podcast being recorded live, come on to my TikTok account at Sohile.ali every Sunday night and probably around 10 o'clock p.m., something like that. You'll see it. You'll get the notification, and we'll go through it then. But until next time, guys, I appreciate you. Have a good start to your week. Kiss someone you love consensually. Have a good start. Follow your dreams, and find some people to take it along with you as well. I love you. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Real quick before you click away, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment below, and subscribe for all future videos. Hit that bell icon to be notified for all uploads. Have a good one.